Hello everyone, my name is Araceli Romero,
And my name's Joshua Nelkin.
and we're gonna talk about providing access to clean water.
Importance of clean fresh water. Access to clean water is a global issue that affects everyone. There are now 8 billion people in the world, and every single person needs access to clean water. And as the population of people continues to grow, as it has been, the crisis will get worse and worse. And there are about right now a billion people who have access to water, but that water is contaminated. And disease caused by drinking contaminated water is the 8th leading cause of death in the world. Water is also used to dispose of waste and prevent further disease from spreading through bodily fluids, and the drinking water developed in developed nations may contain contaminants that are harmful to your body as well, so that's not very good either.
Most of the water supply in Arizona comes from groundwater with 41%, followed by the Colorado River with 36%, then the in-state rivers with 18%, and finally the reclaiming water with 5%. Because of the severe droughts in Arizona, we just lost about one-fifth of its water that supplies the Colorado River. And it might sound of it's not too much water loss, but it is, and we need to act quickly. In this figure, we can see that most of the water in Arizona is used in agriculture with 72%, followed by the municipal use with 22%, and finally the industrial use with 6%.
Why does clean water matter? Every aspect of our lives rely on water. Clean fresh water is not only for drinking, it can be used for many other aspects of life. Almost every type of power plant that we use uses large quantities of fresh water to run, and water is also an integral part of the sanitization process, as we talked about earlier. And power plants draw like billions of gallons of water per day. And without water, we wouldn't be able to create the energy that we need to run basically everything.
A common solution to have access to clean water is disinfection by chlorination, in which a small amount of chlorine is added to drinking water to kill bacteria and viruses, and the use of it in small amounts does not cause damage to our health. Also, the use of desalination technologies produces billions of gallons of drinking water, but it can have negative environmental effects. The treat wastewater is a potential solution, but we need to find a way to make it drinking water. And other possible solutions are water conservation, protect and restore the water ecosystems, and rainwater harvesting. Currently, in Arizona, about 93% of the water that is flushed or goes down the drain is reused, but without making it drinking water. Also, in other regions, it is common the use of reverse osmosis, a desalination method in which salt water is filtered many times to provide drinking water. And some other nations have implemented some regulation in the use of water at the household level.
In the future, processes like desalination, better water conservation, better rainwater harvesting, and water purification are immensely important. A mixture of the different water production and conservation methods are important to finding a solution to the water crisis. If you only use one of the methods, it's definitely not going to be able to solve the crisis. Like you can't use desalination everywhere since it's ocean water, and you can't use wastewater for an all solution because it's wastewater. It can only really be used for farming reasons. And if made more efficient, desalination could be incredibly important in combating the world water crisis because we could convert the largest bodies of water in the world, the ocean, into clean and fresh drinking water. And unintended consequences. Desalination is expensive. It produces a waste called brine that is a mixture of chemicals and salt. It's very energy intensive. It's hard for countries to use if they don't have oceans surrounding them, since it does use ocean water. Water purification is expensive. If it is the physical type of purification, it may not be totally effective in removing the bacteria from water. And if you're using the chemical variant, it may leave behind chemical waste. Reuse of wastewater, it cannot be used as drinking water, and also if you come into contact with it, it's bodily fluids, so it can cause health risks to people in contact with the water. And water conservation is very important, but it does not increase the amount of water, it just prevents overuse. But we definitely need a method to gain more water since we have a growing population and growing climate change issues.
This is a global issue that needs to be taken seriously because without water, life could not be possible on the planet, and if we don't act quickly, the problem will become bigger and more difficult to solve. Also, this crisis affects us all, and therefore we must all contribute to the care of this vital resource.
And as I said before, there's not only one solution, a mixture of basically all the solutions need to be implemented. And overall, we just need to treat water as a scarcer resource like it is. Currently, water is used very freely and openly without much thought, and that definitely needs to change as things move forward so we can try to combat this crisis. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.